see a lot of creasing down here. I feel like I'm not too mad about it. It's only $6 for this concealer, and honestly the coverage is there. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It is Narali back here again with another video for you guys, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a concealer review slash comparison, and give me a drum roll please. These babies. I'm going to be reviewing and comparing the E.L.F. This is the old one, the 16-hour camo concealer, and this is the new one, well actually not 16 hours, it doesn't specify. It's like the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it's supposed to be a satin finish. This one's supposed to be matte. So yeah, I am late to this wagon. I've seen this one all over my social media lately, so I was like, let me try it. And yeah, we're going to be comparing because it was in need of a new concealer because Ulta blocked me, so I couldn't get my precious little tart shaped concealer. Sad face. I'm actually so sad about that. But anyways, let's see. I already have it on my face, as you guys can see. Which one will I like better? If you guys want to know how they wore on my face, then just keep on watching and let's just jump right into the video. So I went ahead and I did my foundation already because I wanted to give both concealers a fair trial. So on my right side, I'm going to be going in with the 16-hour camo concealer, and on my left side, I'm going to be going in with the hydrating camo concealer. So I did order the 16-hour concealer, this one is supposed to be a matte finish, and this is supposed to be more of like a dewy finish. I ordered this one in a lighter shade because I heard that this one does oxidize. I did do a little research, but I'm gonna put it to test. That's why I ordered this one lighter. Okay, so this does look really light for me.
When I applied the concealer, it did look very light on me, but once I blended it out, it actually did oxidize. So if you do get the 16-hour wear concealer, I would recommend going a couple of shades lighter, because eventually it does, like as you guys can see right here in this clip, it kind of matches my skin now. So I also did go in with a beauty blender just to see how it worked with it, and I added a little bit more concealer to give it more coverage, and then I blended it out with this beauty blender, and I didn't think that the beauty blender collected too much of the concealer, so I thought it was good because it wasn't absorbing too much of the product.
So the only thing I didn't like about this concealer right off the bat is that, as you guys can see, it's already like kind of separating right here, and I don't really like that because I'm like, dang, if that's like in the concealer packaging already, imagine what it's done on my face. So I'm kind of scared that this is gonna crease or like separate on my face. So yeah, this is definitely more yellow tone. Ooh, it's very yellow actually. Like it almost matches my dress.
So the same way I blended out with the 16-hour concealer, I also did with the hydrating concealer. I went in with the brush first because I wanted to make sure that they both had fair game, and usually when I blend out my concealer, I usually use brush anyways. And honestly, I was kind of like debating on whether or not I like this because this is very yellow for my face, and I was just like, I don't know.
The beauty blender for this one, I feel like it definitely absorbs a lot more. I mean, there was like barely anything on, and now it's like a little bit more. Definitely absorbs a lot more with the hydrating one.
So I did put an extra little dot of the concealer and blend it out with a beauty blender the same way I did with the 16-hour concealer, just so it has the same amount of coverage and I can build it up. Afterwards, I go in with the Kat Von D translucent powder that I always do to set the concealer in place.
And honestly, for $6 though, the coverage on these is pretty good. I feel like I still like the coverage on the 16-hour wear one better, but for $6. Ooh, I don't like the way the powder is just going on this side though. Maybe because it's already like a matte finish, I don't know. But like I feel like it's getting like patchy right here, so I'm kind of scared for when I take it off. This one, I feel like it's still a little patchy, but it's obviously less because it's like a more dewy finish. But I mean, This is just me applying the powder, so hopefully when I take the powder off, it doesn't leave any like patches on my face.
And I also applied the concealer on my brow bones to conceal the nasty hairs because your girl has not gotten her eyebrows done yet. And I also later on, as you guys will see, I put it on my chin and on my blemishes that I have on my forehead, which goes from scars or anything like that, just to give it a fair game of how I usually use my concealers.
So I just finished the rest of my makeup. Like I said, this is the 16-hour Camo concealer, and then this is the Hydro Camo concealer from E.L.F. Both are $6, I believe. So yeah, they're both $6. I'm looking at the prices right now on Ulta, and I feel like one thing that I can say before I even look in the mirror is that this side was definitely harder to blend, the 16-hour concealer. I don't know why, but I was sitting there with the brush and I was like, oh my god, like I'm like doing my makeup and I'm like, oh, this is harder to blend with other products. This side was a lot easier, and as I'm looking in the mirror, I feel like this side, it depends on your preference. I like this side better because I feel like it's more of like a natural finish, and you know, it's supposed to be more of a satin finish anyways. So to me, I feel like it looks more natural and I feel like I would wear this more. The shade match, I feel like I'm like iffy about because once again, I ordered online. I wasn't really sure, but I feel like it's very yellow. Like even when I applied it, it was very yellow. It didn't really oxidize that much like this one. This one was definitely lighter in the tube than it was on my skin. Like it looked light on my skin when I first applied it, and then afterwards it oxidized and it looks a lot darker because it actually matches my skin, and I feel like I like the coverage of this a lot better. But like this side looks more natural, so it just kind of depends on what you like. Under my eyebrows, I feel like this one is still higher, like has a more coverage than this side in my opinion. No, like I feel like this side can still kind of see my eyebrow hairs. I mean, let's not blame the concealer for that because your girl needs to get the eyebrows done. But yeah, and then on my forehead, I feel like I feel pretty equal about how the forehead came out. Like I feel like it covers up my little blemishes. But yeah, as of right now, there's not too much creasing. So I really like the concealers as of right now. I mean, they're only $6, so go grab yourself some of these concealers. They're kind of a steal. But right now it is about 2 p.m. So I will be back with you guys at around like 7 p.m. to let you guys know how it is wearing. I'm gonna go do some errands and stuff, and yeah, so I will be back with you guys in a couple of hours. Alright guys, so it has been about 5 hours that I've had the concealer on, and honestly I'm not mad. I didn't really do much because, you know, I said I was gonna go run errands and then I took a nap. Sorry, I hate myself, but I took a nap and I thought that some of it would move around, but I feel like from far away it's all still there, but once we get up close and personal, it's a different story. So looking in the mirror, definitely one thing that I don't like is the fact that this side is, even though I said I like this side better, I feel like I'm leaning more towards this side because I'm so indecisive. But this side, I see a lot of creasing down here. Like when I smile on my smile lines, there's creasing here. There's not much creasing here. The coverage is definitely better on this side because this side, I feel like I could still see my dark circles seeping through right there. To mention the creasing under my eyes, more so on the Hydrating Camo side as opposed to the 16-hour wear. You guys let me know which side you guys like better with that. Another thing, under my brows, I feel like it's still similar. There's kind of like a dry patch right here, but that could just be because of my skin or maybe the way I applied it. I don't know. One thing that I don't like about this side too, I'm like coming at the hydrating one so bad, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards that one. But maybe it's because of my skin type too. Keep in mind that I have combination skin, so my skin does get oily in some places. my cheeks being one of them. But on this side, remember how I told you guys when I showed you guys the bottle that it was separating in the bottle, and I was like, oh my god, imagine what it would do to on my face. Well, I was correct. It's separating on my face, and I feel like it's gonna continue separating. I mean, like right here, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I can definitely see it in the mirror that it's separating. This side is not as bad. Okay, so like right there, yeah, you can definitely see right here. Right there, it's definitely like separating a little bit, and it's more tacky than this side, and it's like I said it the same way, so I don't like that about this side. I'm definitely more oily on this side, but once again, this is more for like a satin finish, you know, so I'm definitely leaning towards more this side. But yeah, that's basically all I have for right now. I will let you guys know how I feel about it in like 5 more hours, and then I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on this concealer. But right now, I feel like I'm not too mad about it. It's only $6 for this concealer, and honestly, the coverage is pretty well there. And maybe if I put a little bit more powder or something, and also, actually, you know what I'm gonna do right now for both sides? I'm gonna put some translucent powder on it and see if the creasing will go away a little bit, or like not go away, but like, you know. Let's see how it holds up in 5 more hours. I will get back to you guys. Alright guys, so it is officially 12, so I've had the concealer on for 10 hours. And from far away, I feel like I'm liking it. It doesn't look bad, doesn't look too, you know, it doesn't look like it's all just gone. But once you get close up, once again, it's a different story. So let's take my little mirror friend here and get all close up and personal. So, looking in the mirror, I'm still sticking with this side. At the beginning, I stuck with this side, but this side is definitely a lot better. I don't know if you guys can see that right here. It's very patchy right here, and the concealer is literally like, it's literally just in spots. Like, I don't like it. It's like very patchy, and I'm also creasing a lot more. It's getting deeper right here. This side is a lot better coverage, and it's not patchy at all. Even though at the beginning I thought this side was gonna be patchy, this side is definitely just like the tube. Like I showed you guys that it was separating in the tube, and I was like, damn, I wonder what that's gonna do to my face. That's exactly what this side is doing. And on my forehead, I feel like I'm starting to get a little oily, but it's not too bad on either sides, to be honest. Down here on both sides, I feel like it's a little patchy. Maybe it's just my skin. Like, I don't know. I don't have too many breakouts down here, but I don't know. I don't like the way it looks here for some reason. But yeah, overall, I feel like this side looks a lot better. The coverage is definitely a lot better with the 16-hour wear. This one, like I said in the concealer tube, it was separating, and it did the same exact thing on my face. So depending on your skin type, my skin type is definitely like combination. If you have a combination or oily skin, I would definitely stick to the 16-hour wear one, and that's a matte finish, because this one is definitely going to separate on your face, and you're going to look very oily. I also didn't like the shade that I chose for this. That's all on me, but it's too yellow for me in my opinion. So overall, I would definitely recommend the matte, the 16-hour wear one, because I feel like it's better coverage. It doesn't crease as much as this side for my skin type personally. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below which concealer you guys like, which one you guys thought wore better, and let me know if you guys want me to do more reviews. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon down there to get notified every single time I post. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.